everybody, how's it going? I just wanted to put out a quick video just talking about Shadows Over Innistrad Remastered, just for anybody who might not have seen that this set is coming out, or is a little bit confused about what the set is, or wants a little bit more info on it. So this is a set that, if you're tired of drafting Phyrexia, might be something you want to look into, because this is going to be the draft format for the next month until March of the Machine comes out in late April. This is coming out next week, March 21st, I believe. It's also, for those, competitive-minded players, this is going to be the Arena Open format on April 1st. So, just another reason to pay attention to this. I also wanted to make this video just to get out the word that I am definitely going to be covering this set on the channel here, both, on the channel and the podcast, covering probably not a full set review, but I'm definitely going to be doing, my set overview, my state of the format address kind of episode. This set, like I said, is going to be out for a month, so we definitely have some time to breathe, some time to get a bunch of good content out, so stay tuned if you're interested in that too. So, this is a remastered set, just like Amonkhet Remastered and Kaladesh Remastered, like they've done in the past. This is Shadows Over Innistrad and Eldritch Moon smashed together, and I actually think in those previous sets, there were more of the first set and a few less cards from the second set. I actually think it's a pretty even mix of just they just smashed them together, the best of both sets, which is good. I think it's a really good way to do it. So that's what you're getting here, and it's a curated draft set, of course. So they cut out a lot of the junky stuff. They changed some rarities around. Of course, there are the iconic cards that they were printing for constructed players. We're going to get to play with them too in Limited, but stuff like Emrakul the Promised End, Liliana Last Hope, Selfless Spirit. But of course, this is a limited level up, so I mostly want to talk about what this set has in store for us drafters. So if you played the set back in the day, back in 2016, a lot of the themes like Madness and the Clues and Emerge and Delirium, they're all still here. All those core themes are still back, and they did get to kind of distill them, refine them. Like I said, take out some of the junk, put in some stuff that, shift around some rarities so that some of the more important cards maybe you see a little bit more often. So just my initial read of the set that I'm going to post in the description, by the way. If you want to see the full set, the card gallery has been spoiled. So that's the core of this set. It's the best of Innistrad, the best of Eldritch Moon mashed together, but they're also doing something really cool. So just like the Strixhaven Mystical Archives and the Brothers War Retro Artifact Sheet, there is a slot in each pack, and every single pack gonna have one of these cards. They're calling them the Shadow of the Past cards, and they are iconic cards from the original Innistrad block. So Innistrad Dark Ascension, Avacyn Restored, stuff like Gristlebrand, stuff like Snapcaster, stuff like Spider Spawning for us limited players. They're really, pulling out all the stops here. And the really interesting thing about this list is, unlike the Strixhaven Archives or the Brothers War Artifact Sheet, it actually is going to rotate what cards you're going to see week to week. So there's 4 weeks for, 4 weeks that the set's going to be out. I'm also going to put this link to this article in the description, by the way. This is the full card list of that bonus sheet. Basically what they've done is every week they have a theme. So on the first week, they've got creature type terror. So you're going to have a bunch of cards from original Innistrad block that care about creature types. You got like a zombie lord here. You have a spirit lord. Second week is going to be all about flashback cards in the graveyards, a bunch of cool flashback cards they're bringing back. Third week is all about sacrifice and death. And then the last week is the big week. It's the one where the real iconic cards like Avacyn, Gristlebrand, Snapcaster, stuff like Invisible Stalker is back, which is actually really funny. They got to bring back Invisible Stalker and Butcher's Cleaver, for those who know that combo, and for those who don't, it's basically you get this, hex-proof, unblockable lifelink creature. But, of course, they separated them on different weeks, so you never actually are going to play it, which is a good thing, I think. And another thing I want to point out, if you did play the original set, is they were very liberal with rarity shifts. So, a lot of things shifted down on rarities, a few things shifted up, but mostly it's uncommons becoming commons, rares becoming uncommons, mythics becoming rare. All 3 of the cards you see on screen here were originally uncommons. I think this goes hand in hand with what I was saying, but they were really, pulled the best parts of all the archetypes to really juice them up, take out some of the junk, make some uncommons common, so you see the important cards more often. Wildfield Scarecrow, for example, is a really, really good Delirium enabler. Gnarlworld Dryad was one of the better uncommons, really good Delirium payoff. So, again, I think just, adds a bit more excitement to the set, lets you play with more good cards more often. And then the last thing I want to touch on here is just to highlight one of the strengths of this set. So, Innistrad and Innistrad, Shadows Over Innistrad, and actually I think they kind of missed the mark on this when we went back to Innistrad last year with Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow, but original Innistrad was known for its build-arounds, like Burning Vengeance. There was, a bunch of mill enchantments that you could play and, just mill your opponent out. Shadows brought that back. Rise from the Tides, really, really cool spells build around. There's a bunch of self-mill build arounds like Crawling Sensation. You can do the thing where you mill most of your deck and then you have a card like Epitaph Golem where you start to stack your deck eventually because you're down to 0 cards and you start putting cards from your graveyard into your library and you draw exactly what you need. So a lot of cool shenanigans going on there. They brought almost all that stuff back, and on the bonus sheet, they brought some of the build-arounds back from original Innistrad. So if you're somebody who's been in the market for build-arounds, and honestly, I think a lot of the sets recently haven't had a lot of them. Maybe there's been like a few standouts. There's like Wingmantle Chaplain and Dominaria, but I feel like the build-around uncommon has kind of fallen by the wayside in the past little while. So you get a taste of that in this set, and like I said, they are really cool and really fun. And that's it. Like I said, just a very quick video. Just wanted to get this out to kind of set the stage for what's coming. There should be a episode coming out this week for my set overview, just going over the set, talking about the themes of the set. I'm going to get deeper into mechanics, talking about top common, stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. If you're not already subscribed and that sounds interesting, you want to come back, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Really does help the channel. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.